Hey guys, I'm John Paul Kilcrease. That's increase, decrease, and killcrease. And today, we're talking about Apple Arcade. Subscription services are all the rage these days, at least on the business side of things. And while it seems that consumers are beginning to hit a sort of subscription fatigue, especially when it comes to film and TV, the gaming subscription market is just starting to get off the ground. Xbox, PlayStation, Ubisoft, EA, and many more companies have thrown their hats into this new business model in hopes of building future success, much the same way Netflix has. Of all the companies giving gaming subscriptions a shot, the most surprising and arguably most unique thus far is Apple. Announced in June of this year, Apple Arcade is the first subscription service to curate mobile games, and nearly all of the initial reviews of the service have been glowing. With its $4.99 price point and a plethora of high-quality titles, it's clear that, so far, Apple Arcade is an amazing value for gamers across the board. What remains to be seen, however, is if it's a good thing for developers. While Arcade can provide stability for game developers that are a part of the program, it remains to be seen if this service will inadvertently push non-arcade developers out of the market. In addition to being, by all accounts, a win for gamers, Apple Arcade could prove to be a massive help for developers that are a part of the service. It's an amazing opportunity in terms of both revenue and discoverability. While there will always be a few mobile games that break out and find success through things like word of mouth, many good and even great games come and go on mobile without notice. The App Store is flooded by new, free games every day, and Apple Arcade offers unmatched visibility for premium titles. While the exact monetization details are still unknown, Apple has confirmed that they're helping with development costs. Game development is an incredibly risky venture to begin with, and the mobile platform is an even more uncertain market. Apple has the resources to give unmatched stability to smaller developers, especially those who are creating shorter, more experimental titles. This, in turn, allows all of the games available on Arcade to be offered without the exploitative microtransactions typically found in the mobile gaming sphere. Grindstone, for example, would have almost certainly been buried underneath the mountain of freemium games that contain similar mechanics. Instead, it's somehow become one of the most addicting games of the year, and I can play it as much as I want, free from the worry of hitting a progression wall outside of my own ability. As amazing as Arcade is for developers that are a part of the program, there is a looming dark side. This new service could potentially hurt devs that don't have their game selected to be a part of the program. People are already apprehensive when it comes to spending money on apps, so if they're locked into an Apple Arcade subscription, how many will be willing to spend beyond that? The problem of devaluing games has been a large point of discussion in recent years, and Apple Arcade brings that to mobile gaming's front door. At the time of this video, Arcade has 71 games available, with many more on the way. Based on the sheer quantity on offer, it's a safe bet to say gamers probably aren't going to be looking for many more mobile experiences anytime soon, particularly ones that require them to open up their wallets just to download. So many incredible gaming experiences from the last several years have been created for mobile. Award-winning games like Monument Valley and Florence push the boundaries of game development forward, both for the mobile space and gaming as a whole. If these games came out today, outside of Apple Arcade, would they be completely looked over? Maybe standouts like the aforementioned titles would still get enough word-of-mouth buzz, but what about slightly less well-known games like Donut County? Apple will need to continue doing a lot of work to ensure that quality games outside of their subscription don't get left out of the mobile gaming conversation. Apple Arcade is an incredible value for iOS users, and it may be an even bigger win for developers who are looking for stability in the treacherous world of mobile game development. But what this means for developers outside of the arcade ecosystem remains to be seen. Apple needs to make sure they don't leave behind non-arcade games in their move to this service. Only time will tell if Apple Arcade is a win for developers across the board, or if it is yet another roadblock to development in the already detrimental mobile gaming market. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up, and if you really liked it, please consider hitting the subscribe button. I'd also love to hear your thoughts on Apple Arcade in the comments below. I'm John Paul Kilcrease, and I'll catch you next time.